And if you want to make sure you have enough lattice, sorry Miranda, all together, you can, you know, just put your card on top there and make sure that you've got enough made. And then I'm just going to flip this whole thing over and kind of use my Glue Glider Pro to glue everything together and make sure that, oh thanks. Just have to hold your pieces in place a little bit.
So now that I have glued my two center pieces together only, now I have my whole fan together and I'm just going to wrap some ribbon around it.
Did you get yours done?
Almost.
Okay, and then I'm just going to, actually I'm looking at the back right now, and I'm just going to push down, let's see, okay, I'm just going to push down, line up the edge of my lattice work here with the top and one of the edges here, and just push down, and then I'm just going to trim off my excess.
Now I have my ribbon on. So another reason I love this Glue Glider Pro is because the glue itself is not wet. So with a project like this, I was able to get my ribbon on perfectly, and the actual glue was about the same width as the ribbon, so it covered the ribbon really well, and I don't have to worry about any gluey mess oozing out on me. So the fan is ready to go.
And I've got my lattice ready to go, and the last step, I'm just going to use some of this really cool graphic 45 paper. It's kind of like a newsprint. That will go up here to the top, and then we'll put a border of ribbon right here. And then I'm also going to use some of this ribbon that I have handy and just run it along the bottom. So if you have an edge like this one here that you've got like half the piece of paper and it didn't really cut straight, no worries, just cover it up just like that. So I'm going to work on that, Miranda, and then what's the next step for you?
I am going to be showing how to make this awesome envelope using the 7 Gypsies Naked envelopes, actually craft envelopes we talked about earlier, and using some of the packaging. So to start with that, I'm going to be using some Tim Holtz inks, well, distress inks, as well as some of these glimmer screens here by Tattered Angels. I know we've mentioned before you can use this with the glimmer mist, or you can use it with inks. Just kind of use it as a stencil. I have my naked envelopes here. Just going to use one of these. And then this, I'm not going to open the package, but you can see right here, we just used this backing. This is one that we already had open. So I'm just going to cut a square to put on the face of our card. That's where you can put your address, and just kind of actually decorate that a little bit also with some of the glimmer screens to give it a little bit more color and make it tie with the glimmer screens that I put on the envelope. So this will go right on the front of the card, and then we'll use a glimmer screen over that in just the corner here with some red distress ink. I'm going to be using Tim Holtz Fired Brick. I have my ink blending foam tool here. And wherever you want your screen, just kind of run over it with the ink. So now I have my red distress ink with the glimmer screen on my little piece of packaging here, and I wanted to do that or Natalie decided to do that so that it would tie in with the card, because we have the same design on the actual envelope with using the same glimmer screens except for just in a different color ink. And I'm going to be using some London Fog. This is from Sukaneko, and it is the Dewdrop little inks here. They come in packages of 12. We have those on our website. And I'm just going to use my same ink blending tool and cover it with the London Fog ink. And put my glimmer screen in just random areas on my card. And what's fun is you can do it inside the flap as well.
Okay, and Miranda's gonna be working on that. I've got my ribbon attached both to the top border of my card and at the bottom here. And while Miranda's kind of finishing up her envelope, I'm gonna start working on this little Live the Life You've Imagined tag. So we'll just keep working.
You're gonna just repeat this process all on the envelope, however much you want on there. And then we will move on to stamping this cool lettering on and some embossing powder to really make that pop out.
I have already stamped the Live the Life You've Imagined sentiment on the front of my card, or on the front of this thing. It actually comes from, the stamp comes from the Creative Muse Tim Holtz stamp collection. So if you're looking for that on our website, that's where you'll find that. And then in order to do this little stitching here, I have just poked, I marked holes first with a pencil and then poked the holes with a craft pick so that I was sure that everything would line up the way I thought it would.